It's Friday night, and that means it is time for Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour. Tonight, featuring the Zenith Players, Matt Young, the Pride of Ireland, and your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare. Tonight's show is brought to you by the amazing, wonderful, and good people. The Shakespeare Yogi. Use code SHAKES.approved to save 50% on your first private class. The Friends of the Colorado Northwestern... Oh, why did that not come up? There we go. There we go. Friends of Colorado Northwestern Field Museum. That was weird. What will you discover this summer? And the Renaissance Stream Guide, streaming over 70 Renaissance Fair-flavored live streams to you every week. Hello, dear friends. It is me, your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare. I love you. You love me. There's mutual glorious affection. Let's raise a glass to each other. Tonight, as I said, we have, as virtually always, virtually live, the Zenith Players. We have Matt Young. Oh, my God, with his Irish roots. Oh, are his Irish roots showing? I don't know. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's just for men hair coloring. I don't know. I will ask him. Is that insulting? Probably. But how you doing at home, Internet? So glad to have all of you here with us. By the way, quick show announcement. Tonight, this is the penultimate episode where we are streaming on both Facebook and YouTube. Starting in April, next week is the last episode of the month, by the way. Starting in April, this show will only be live on YouTube at youtube.com/Shakespeare Approves. So make sure you like and subscribe, you follow, you ring the bell, you ding the bell, you click the bell, you headbutt the bell, you do something with the bell. But make sure you go and like and subscribe to the show right there. Because we're coming to the end of an era of this being on all the things. I'm trying to collect you and push you all into one zone, just like Pokemon. I want to get all of you in the little ball. I think I only have can I put all of you in one ball, or is it many balls? Is it one ball for each Pokemon? I don't know. Do I watch the show? No. Do I read the comic? No. Yeah, I don't know. Do I know what I'm talking about? No. But I am going to collect all of you over in one place, and that's going to be amazing and brilliant. But friends, tonight is not a night for me to collect my Pokemon. No. Tonight is a night for me to collect friends. Friends like you. Friends like the friends I have here. I have Claire. I have TJ. I have Matt Young. I have a party. Woo-woo! See, Matt Young gave the appropriate response, TJ.
Fine, I'll drink my Irish coffee too.
With the spoon still in it. Oh goodness gracious. Friends, how's everyone doing tonight?
Pretty good. It's a crazy week for us.
Yes. Technically week 100. 100. Technically week 53 for you.
Oh, you put that
feels like 101.
Feels like 100. Technically week 53, but we took a week off, so 52.
Oh, so 52, yeah. And you took that week off to be to do a thing with me, yeah. Yeah, it was just like, oh no, we're not. We're doing over there. We're focusing on fewer things this week. But congratulations. Let's start things off. Congratulations, Zenith Players, on 80 live streamed performances online over the last calendar year. Yesterday was your birthday. Bravo. Well done. Congratulations. I saw a really snarky comment earlier. Not aimed at you, but you shared the same birthday as the Digital Ren Fair, and at them it said, "Is it wrong of me to wish you don't have another birthday?" And it's just like, a little bit, yeah, because we're still going to be doing stuff.
I appreciate the sentiment, though. I understand.
Yeah, it's just like we all want to get out there and do it live and in person, but this definitely needs to be off, so it'll be easier live and in person. I mean, usually I shoot from here up, but I'm like, nope. People are going to see it live soon, so here we are. All right. Claire's laughing. She's like, she's like, I know why. Even though you're a runner, you're eating your Oreos, aren't you, Shakespeare? And it's like, yes,
most distance runners, I know, wind up putting on weight when they're training for long runs, including me.
Yeah, but I hold it all right here, and I end up looking like Bilbo Baggins, and that's not always a happy thing. I mean, Matt, oh, sorry, go ahead, Claire.
No, it's fine. We all hold at different places. When I train for a marathon, I wind up looking like a Pixar mom. So, like...
Please tell me not the Uncanny Valley version of Andy's mom in the first Toy Story.
Did we even see her in the first Toy Story?
I don't know. Now I don't know. Oh, goodness gracious. Matt, do we see Andy's mom in the first Toy Story, or we only hear her?
So I'm gonna get so much for this. I've never seen any of the Toy Story movies at all.
Really? Oh.
Clip. I've never seen them in passing. I have never seen a single part of a Toy Story movie aside from like commercials. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Matt, when we do Scarborough together, we are going to have so much fun watching Disney Plus together.
You know what? You're more than welcome. We have a wonderful place. You can come watch Disney Plus with us. Kira is also always flabbergasted when she remembers that I've never seen Toy Story.
Oh, that is amazing. It's just like, wow. It's like, all right, we're going to sit down and we're going to be singing some Randy Newman together. And it's amazing.
I'm down.
Oh, my. And then
it's Scarborough.
It's gonna. Oh my god! I am so excited now. Yes. Now, when do you start your run now?
I start the first week. I do all of May. I start the first week of May. The first week I am there in the lanes, just like messing around in the lanes and like stealing other people's. Well, not stealing, but like.
Yeah, that's bad.
Parties. No, I'm gonna crash other people's parties though. Jim Hancock loves it. So when I come and see it means you have to work less.
If you want to crash my party and provide me with random backup music, you feel free.
I'll keep that in mind. The rest of the time, I'm over at the White Horse Tavern. And
very good. How close is that to the Whimsy stage? Because I am on the Whimsy stage.
White Horse is pretty much in the middle of the fairgrounds.
All right, cheers.
Whimsy stage is on the far side near the joust.
Yeah, I'm next to the petting zoo, so
you are.
I'm wondering if that's because I'm kid friendly, or they're like, you know what? If he can survive over next to the petting zoo and near the joust, he's worth this fare.
No, yeah, they have definitely put you in the trial by fire stage.
Oh, so there is one fair which shall remain nameless because I do not wish to get in trouble with them because I like working. But they put me in several trial by fire stages. One of them was the closest other stage to their joust, and they moved one of my show times because I had a bigger show than the middle of the day joust. By a lot. It's just that. Yeah, it wasn't my first year there. It was my second or third. It was, I think, my third year. And they were like, oh, maybe we should move his showtime, because I guess it's easier to move my showtime than the joust showtime. I don't know. But they're like, we're going to move you up half an hour and then ask you to please shunt everyone over to the joust. And it was just like, really? Because I would hear cheering from over that way. I'm like, all right, cool, joust is happening. But, I got a good crowd here. I think at one point it was like 250 people. And they said, yeah, which for a solo act on a relatively small stage, that's really good.
That's really good.
That is off-Broadway theater houses in some cases.
Like, I would not be sad about that audience.
No, I'm never sad about that audience. Oh my god. No. I'm happy if 10 people show up. I'm like, oh, hooray! You are here. But at that stage, I was able to collect, and they were like, Shakespeare, we're moving you up half an hour, and
You're embarrassing our joust.
yes. I'm like, and then the snarky part of my brain was, we'll do a better joust.
Yeah, get good scrub.
And I did not say that aloud. And again, I am not naming names. I'm not going to say it rhymes with anything because people know what things rhyme with.
Yes. It's a small town.
Oh, it really is. I'm going over to the comments real quick. We have Guy Thomas Kennedy in Dayton, Ohio, joining us tonight. Cheers to you, Guy. Or Guy, if you're French. With the last name of Kennedy, I doubt it. But David Schwartz. Good evening, David. Mutual fan of ours from Nerf there. Rachel King up in Connecticut. Hello, Rachel. David says, hopefully everyone will be obeying social distancing rules, even if Texas has removed. Yes, Scarborough and also, what's the other show in Texas happening? Thank you. Sure. They are both doing very high-end mask and social distancing requirements. They're taking everyone's safety into account. For instance, at stages, you are spaced out for audiences. So it's going to be a unique experience as the performer to try to get the audience to work together as an audience. But I think we'll make it work. Goodness. Yeah, me too. So Matt Young.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts about being a live performing artist after a year of digital streaming performance?
I gotta say, because I actually have done, I was able to do a few shows already in Louisiana and then in Florida, and there are challenges involved for sure. In Louisiana, I was in the lanes and I was wearing a mask the entire time. I was singing in the mask. I had to figure out how to mic myself properly to be heard with the mask on. And that was a challenge, and there are challenges all around. And then in Florida, I had an audience, and we were very strict about making sure that the audience wore their masks in the audience. But people were very, like, if you lay down that boundary and lay down that ground rule, they're wonderful. They're very, very cooperative, and they bring a really good community about that. Aside from that, I'm incredibly excited. I've loved my live streaming shows. They've been absolutely wonderful. The people have been great. I'm really excited about doing live shows again because there's not that delay of what you're doing versus what you're getting back. So it's definitely, that challenge is eliminated, which makes it all worth it.
Absolutely. I mean, it's going to be amazing. And when we're done here, I'm going to have to get some tips from you because I haven't gone live in public yet. My first one's coming up in April. I'm going to have to get some tips from you on the mic placement with the mask.
Yes.
Because it's like, all right, how do we do it? Because I tried one with the plastic face shields, the Death Star laser worker masks. And TJ's like, is that what we call it? Yes. Yeah. Yes, it is. And I went out to my backyard and started projecting to see how would this sound, and I deafened myself.
Yeah, back and forth. And
it's like, oh.
Yeah, and the face shields are just not. They're just not exactly what people want them to be. Unfortunately.
No, and whereas some people are like, oh, but the masks will take us out of the Renaissance Festival theme. It's like, how about a big plastic shield in front of my face, man?
So do Nikes, and a lot of people wear those.
What's that?
So do Nikes, and I see a lot of people wearing those.
Indeed.
You don't think that a Death Star laser worker helmet, that is canon, by the way. That is what the Wikipedia calls Death Star laser.
Death Star laser cannon mask. All right. Death Star laser cannon workers. All right.
I mean, canon with 2, not 3 ends. That is part of the Star Wars canon.
Yeah, it really is. It's the canon with the extra, and because it's canonized. This is a weird conversation. All right. David Schwartz says wear plague doctor masks, except that they don't actually make them to spec. Most of them are Halloween masks. Yeah. Also, does it have multiple levels of filtration? That's what I want to know. But then,
if you want a wonderful mask that is that can be Renaissance Festival appropriate, I say go to Dandy Folk. They make wonderful masks, and their fabrics are lovely and very appropriate.
Oh, me too. Yeah, like we're both Dandy Folk pushers.
That's right.
On that, you can use my special code Shakespeare. I don't know if that only comes back if that only comes back when she restarts her Etsy store.
Yes.
When she reopens, which should be happening in April, I believe. Sarah, I think, is planning on reopening it. So yeah,
champing at the bit for that.
Oh yeah, well, it's just I also am champing because she was making me some very specific masks to go with my costume, and also like some branded ones. And she has a job. And it's like, oh, damn it. She got a gig and went away. But real quick, Matt, before we go over to some music here, I want to talk with the Zenith Players about 52 weeks of online theater and teach. That's amazing. Zenith Players, 52 weeks of online theater. How you feeling, mate?
It's been a wild ride. We are so fortunate that we've gotten the opportunity to work with so many talented performers, and it's really made the experience of performing lockdown theater so much better. Because everybody brings their own personalities to everything that we do. So we can do like insane things like Wheel of Shakespeare. And we don't know what's going to happen, but we know that we're working with people that we love. So we're going to have a good time no matter what it is.
Yes, Wheel of Shakespeare was an insane good time. Oh my goodness, because what was it? 10 actors, 10 minutes to prepare for whatever the theme was that you threw at us, 10 possible scenarios, and we ended up with a fairy tale dumpster fire or something. And
pretty much.
And yeah, and that was just absolutely amazing. And as you said to me right before the show, apparently your randomizer, just like you, prefers for me to play the villains. So
apparently, we hit randomize on that cast list, and it stuck you right in the villain role again. So
I was so weirdly extra, and I apologize for that. It wasn't even like Richard III extra. It was like I was all over the place. Like I didn't know what I was doing.
Point though.
Yeah, the theme that the wheel gave us was fairy tale princess disaster. So I don't think there's such a thing as too extra for that.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to channel a little bit of Keanu / Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow / some of the smoother Disney villains, and it just turned into what it was.
With a crossbow at a wedding.
With a crossbow at a wedding. Just like
totally fine.
It's like, oh, I'm going to faint, and I shoot the crossbow. I'm not sure if that came up, if anyone noticed that particular little element, because it was shoot the crossbow, exit.
My favorite moment, though, was who brings a crossbow to the wedding? And in the comments, Patrick Brockway just types the Lannisters send their regards. And
I'm assuming that's a Game of Thrones reference because I don't watch that show.
But we had a great time. I'm throwing picks. That's how much fun we had. And then we are capping off the week by doing The Great Gatsby on Saturday. So we're really excited for that one too.
Oh, absolutely. Great Gatsby, classic by F. Scott Fitzgerald, one of my absolute favorite books. I love both versions of the motion picture. One a little bit more than the other. However, the DiCaprio version made some amazing, strong choices. And, it was, they are both very near and dear to my heart. And I would argue that Tobey Maguire makes a fantastic Nick Calloway. So
we the book itself became public domain this year in January, so we did our own adaptation.
So the estate of F. Scott Fitzgerald isn't trying to pull a number over everybody.
They can't come at me. They're gonna have a bad time if they try.
For whatever reason, it is not allowing me to load up. There we go. It wasn't allowing me to raise up the picture, but there we go.
So we're really excited for that. I'm hoping that we can also get some fun musical tracks in there as well, because those are also public domain by this point.
I would call up Foxy Bard real quick and see if he can do something for you. Yeah, that's a zone where he likes to live. So he'll possibly be able to help you out a bit. Now, you do have a terrific cast assembled for that. You have Miguel Vega as Nick Carraway. Patrick, I said Calloway. I don't know why. I was thinking Cab Calloway probably. But Patrick Brockway. See, if Brockway was Carraway, that'd be funny. But whatever. No one cares. I'm the only one that thinks that's funny. All right, fine. All right, fine. I'll go away. You know what? F off, everyone. All right. Jacqueline Hume as Myrtle. Andrew Gallows as George. Caitlin Jurowitz as George. Andrew Gallows is finally the villain, kinda. All right. Caitlin Jurowitz as Jordan. Is that Heba Toulon as Daisy? I don't know who that is. Taylor Flanagan as the voice of Daisy. And Shakira Searle as the Great Gatsby. Goodness gracious. Jay Gatsby. And also, by the way, Gatsby has a perfect James Bond name in order to also become a tuxedoed superhero.
It's true.
Gatsby. Jay Gatsby. Yeah, Gatsby, Jay Gatsby.
There's a crossover somewhere. Hey, it's public domain now. Do it.
Spoilers. His real name is James Gatz.
James Gatz, but his Gatsby name is fantastic. But since Gatsby might also not be his legal name, in that case, what we can do is infer that anyone can pick up the mantle of Gatsby.
Very, very Dread Pirate Roberts.
Or possibly James Bond, as we're about to see this November. Or earlier. Yes, Matt's like, yes! Let's have some James Bond.
Is it still Daniel Craig?
This is his
last. Okay.
This is his final outing, but there is another 007 in this film. Yes. So whether she will, because it is a she in this case, my feeling is she's going to die because she's someone else in the movie, not named James Bond. But I feel they're not going to cast him because he's kind of too old now. Idris Elba, hope remains eternal. Matt, who are you pulling for? You look like you have opinions.
He'd be so good.
I know.
It would be such a good Bond.
I know, and also he plays such over-the-top bad guys and other things. It's like, oh, I want him for this. It's like I need him for this. Give me some Idris.
I love Idris Elba, but he said something once upon a time that really ground my gears.
Oh no.
Let's give TJ the full camera. All right.
I would love to see Idris Elba as James Bond. It would be amazing. I'm sure he would be an excellent James Bond. There are people who say he's too old, but anyway, he issued some serious complaints about being in the Marvel movies, about potentially coming back to be Heimdall in a future Thor movie. He said something about how it was.
Well, Heimdall's dead. That's fine.
It's fine. He said something to the effect of he felt it was beneath him and undignified. And then he goes and is in Cats. Cats!
He did it for the money.
Listen, I get that it's like superhero movies are not like the be all and end all of highbrow cinema. But, it's beneath me. Cats? Anyway.
I'm just saying, we didn't have COVID-19 before Cats.
That's true.
That's what did it to us.
So you're one of the conspiracy theorists, I see. All right.
I mean,
You're
in
a-
the world of conspiracies, if that's the one I jump on, I like.
Oh,
He would be
goodness.
an excellent James Bond.
He would make an excellent James Bond. All right. So let's start brainstorming who James Bond could be as Matt Young, the Pride of Ireland, at 26 and a half minutes in, takes over the stage. He turns on his side scroller. He's going to be okay. He's going to be amazing. Here we go. Guys, gals, and non-binary gingerbread pals, I present to you Mr. Matt Young.
That's right. And since it is a happy hour, let's have a good old drinking song for you. And we're good old boys. We come from the North Shore, drinkers and carousers, the likes you've never seen. And this night, by God, we drank till there was no more. From the Troller to the Raven, with all stops in between. We started out one afternoon on the shores of Ambleside. We were sitting there quite peacefully with the rising of the tide, when an idea it came to mind for a washer in the fall. We all agreed next Friday night we'd go out on the crawl. And we're good old boys. We come from the North Shore, drinkers and carousers, the likes you've never seen. And this night, by God, we drank till there was no more. From the Troller to the Raven, with all stops in between. Well, we planned to have a gay old time, the cash we did not spare. So we left the cars at home and paid the taxi fare. When I arrived at Horseshoe Bay just a little after 5, from the table in the corner I heard familiar voices rise. And we're good old boys. We come from the North Shore, drinkers and carousers, the likes you've never seen. And this night, by God, we drank till there was no more. From the Troller to the Raven, with all stops in between. Well, the spirits, they ran high that night, all stories we did share, of the days when we were younger men and never had a care. While the beer flowed like a river hot, we drank the keg near dry. So we drank down all our glasses and we're thirsty by and by. And we're good old boys. We come from the North Shore, drinkers and carousers, the likes you've never seen. And this night, by God, we drank till there was no more. From the Troller to the Raven, with all stops in between. Well, Park Royal to tell the rusty gulls, where Rigger and Queen's Cross. We started out with hey good boys, but half had gotten lost. Well, you never keep the last together when their eyes begin to roll. And there were just the three of us that made it to Deep Cove. And we're good old boys. We come from the North Shore, drinkers and carousers, the likes you've never seen. And this night, by God, we drank till there was no more. From the Troller to the Raven, with all stops in between. Well, we arrived at the Raven just in time for the last call. The final destination of this, the first annual crawl. We dug deep into our pockets, there was no money to be found. Well, 9 miles home, and for walking we are bound. And we're good old boys. We come from the North Shore, drinkers and carousers, the likes you've never seen. And this night, by God, we drank till there was no more. From the Troller to the Raven, with all stops in between. And we're good old boys. We come from the North Shore, drinkers and carousers, the likes you've never seen. And this night, by God, we drank till there was no more. From the Troller to the Raven, with all stops in between. From the Troller to the Raven, with all stops in between.
That is Matt Young, the Pride of Ireland.
Friends.
You can join him for tonight's concert. Tonight, 8 p.m. on Zoom. You can go buy your tickets right there on go to facebook.com or just type in Matt Young, Pride of Ireland on Eventbrite. So join us tonight. Tickets are only $5. And if you're a patron, Patreon saint of either myself or Matt Young, you can join us tonight for free. Do it the thing. Make sure you're there. Oh, goodness gracious. But I think it is time, dear friends, to get our glasses ready for a toast. Claire just shoves a Girl Scout cookie into her mouth. That's fantastic. She's like, oh, yeah. I toast with cookies now. All right, so since Claire has her toasting biscuit at the ready, let's go to Claire first.
To those who have seen us at our worst and seen us at our best and can't tell the difference.
Ooh, cheers. Well done. I'll drink to that. And of course, following the Palagobanzo rules of toasting, awkward eye contact with everyone. All right. Okay, very good. All right, good. All right, excellent. Now, I have to ask, does anybody have something special that they are nerding out about tonight? Anyone?
Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh, Godzilla versus Kong. Oh, all right, Claire. Were you pulling that out of your tailpipe, or were you just like holding on to that? Like, I don't want to admit it.
I didn't want to admit it. Okay, like typically I come in here with something that is like somewhat historically relevant, and I find a way to tie it to Christopher Plummer.
All right.
I don't have any way to tie this to Christopher Plummer.
We will find a way. I promise you, my friend.
But I'm just excited to see Godzilla versus Kong for so many reasons. I just like the mindless animal like attack, and I can't wait for the one to fight the other, and then they just go at each other, and then they realize that they both have a mom named Martha. And then they decide that they need to fight whoever the bad guy was all along.
Oh my God. So you're saying that the real friendship is the bad guy that they met along the way.
There we go. Like it's yeah.
I'm here for it.
All right. So Godzilla versus Kong. What I am so not looking forward to it because they raised the size of Godzilla, but quite often what they'll do is like, oh, sometimes Godzilla shrinks down to meet Kong's size, Godzilla is actually only this big and because of Kong. But now they made Kong bigger than he already was, his already gigantic size. They made him the size of Godzilla, but not Godzilla in the first one. Godzilla now, because they made Godzilla bigger, and Kong is only a little bit smaller. So it's just like, how?
What is very interesting about it, though, that they did with the casting process is if you've seen the trailer, there's a little girl that does the finger touch with Kong. Mm-hmm. She is a deaf actress, which makes her the second deaf actress in the movie because Millie Bobby Brown is also deaf in one ear. And they actually went out of their way to seek somebody that would kind of just, expand what the typical film star you see in an action film is. So they're really kind of like taking
Okay, except I will take that point. I accept that point. I put it into my heart, and I think that's a very good thing because inclusion is good. Inclusion is a good thing. But also, I will take that, and I will raise you a Ken Watanabe and a Bryan Cranston, who were both in the first Godzilla film, wherein Bryan Cranston dies 20 minutes in or so, and Ken Watanabe's big line is, "No, let them fight." That was the plan anyway.
Like, do you want me to break your heart? Tell you how he learned his lines for King and I on Broadway? Because
no, but also I just need to point out we had already by the way, Godzilla spoilers here, Godzilla King of All Monsters spoilers, but we had already determined that no human weapons can stop them. So when you're like, no, let them fight, pointless statement. Pointless statement,
but
Dr. Scientist Ken Watanabe.
It has provided us with a gift we can use for every election from now on.
It was in the movie because it looked good for the trailer.
It did. It sure did.
And also, you're not wrong.
Something to
Who
emphasize
else
the
but
title of
Ken
the movie.
Watanabe could deliver that line?
All right.
And not-
What was that? What was that, Matt?
They just literally needed something to emphasize the literal title of the movie.
Yes.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But yeah, Claire, you're not wrong. Yeah, we need something for a gift for every single election. I heard a really fun thing on a podcast I was listening to today. They said, "What if it became like if undecided became the biggest block of voters in the country? Not because like, oh, they're terrible and they're terrible. It's the lesser of who cares or the lesser of two evils, but like somehow the two final candidates were both just so awesome that you're like, well, I really like her, but I also like him too. It's like if Tom Hanks were going against Octavia Butler, and you're like, they're somehow in the same category for acting, and you're like, I want them both to succeed. And it's just like, can we combine them into one super candidate?
Yeah, it's like the Cadbury Bunny, where you vote for which pet is the cutest Cadbury Bunny wearing the ears, and like you want to vote for all of them because they're all just so cute.
Oh yeah, but oh goodness. Janine Rinker over in the comments, by the way, says we need to teach Kong to sign, and then we can communicate and solve all the problems. That would be amazing if King Kong learned ASL, and then just like Kong,
Congo?
go. What's that?
Did you see the movie Congo?
Yeah, no, we do not need to mention this movie.
It's so bad.
This is why we don't need to mention it.
So bad.
Oh, sweet dear baby Yoda. Oh, hello, John. Welcome. Hi, Kira in the other room. Hello, how are you?
Oh no, she's right here.
Oh, well, yeah, you're in another room. You are not in my room.
No.
Yeah, in 20 seconds, Kira. It'll be great.
Yeah, that's how long the delay is. Good to know.
There we go. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. So Claire is nerding out about Godzilla versus Kong. Matt Young, Pride of Ireland. What are you nerding about?
Oh, what am I nerding about right now? So this is going to be very music tech centric because for the past like 10 days to 2 weeks, I have been nerding out on production, mixing, and mastering of my brand new album that'll be coming out at the end of this month.
Ooh, well, it is the Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour. What is the name of this album?
The name of this album is actually the beginnings of one of my favorite toasts that I use quite frequently, called Here's to Dear Old Aaron. It is a collection of all of the, or at least a small collection of some of the Irish classics that I love to sing and have been singing for years and just never gotten to record. So excellent.
Oh, well, I am very excited to hear about that. And is that going to be on your Bandcamp, or where's that going to be?
Yes. Yeah, no, it's going to be on my Bandcamp. I'm considering putting it on Spotify and all the other streaming platforms. But
very nice.
Physical disc available at all my shows, but definitely on my Bandcamp.
I just got a request. Speaking of Spotify, I thought this was so weird. To make my album available for Spotify, so people could use some of my random stuff. The one that you sang on, Matt, at the little concert. At the concert we did. So people could use some of my random stupid songs as part of their running playlists. And I said, well, why don't you just buy the album? Like. It's like, oh, I did. I just also want it on Spotify. And I was like, okay, whatever, sure. So that's a thing apparently I've got to do. Yeah.
It is a thing.
Well, yeah. All right. And is TJ available? Did TJ go to do puppy things, Claire?
He just took the puppy out to go potty.
Oh, all right. So Claire, you tell me, what is TJ currently nerding out about?
TJ is currently...
Make it up.
He is currently nerding out about the Office.
The Office? Oh, really?
All
right.
he has opinions, and I'm going to say on his behalf that he totally believes that shoot, who's the HR guy?
Andy.
And no, not Andy.
Andy is HR, and that's it's
No. It's the one Michael hates.
Oh, Toby.
Toby's the Scranton Strangler.
Toby is the Scranton Strangler.
Toby's the Scranton Strangler.
All right, so that is TJ's.
That's what I've decided.
Hashtag.
About. Surprise.
All right. Oh goodness gracious, TJ, this hashtag is for you. Claire suggested it. All right. And I, dear friends, am nerding out about this wonderful bit of art sent to me by John Van Vliet. It is an Old English version of the Enterprise. As you can see, it's done with like castles and everything, and written in Old English, but which I am not going to attempt to pronounce, but loosely translated into our modern space, the end border. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its continual mission to explore unknown new worlds, to seek for new life and peoples, boldly to go where none have previously gone. So that's just kind of that's awesome. Amazing.
If
so
may,
that's
if I may quote Beowulf,
yes.
Line 1, word 1. What?
Well done. Well done. So that is what I am nerding out about. And that being the case, friends, I think it is time for another toast. So let us go into another toast. I gave TJ his 40-minute warning right before we started the show. It is now 43 minutes in. What is TJ's toast?
That's pretty good. I gotta say, that's pretty good time management. A toast.
Thank you. A toast
to milk, eggs, bread, and cinnamon. A toast.
A French toast. Well done. Oui. All right. All right. And on that, let us go into another song by Matt Young, the Pride of Ireland. Join us for tonight's concert. I'm going to be throwing all of that information up on screen. And you saw all of his information, his various social media, his album, his tip jars. Go and toss that man a coin. But here we go. Matt Young.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to do something that's off the new album coming up. One of my personal favorites, a wonderful Irish classic, a little whiskey in the jar. Well, as I was going over the far-famed Kelly Mountains, I met with Captain Parrell and his money he was counting. I first produced my pistol, then produced my rapier, saying, stand and deliver, for you are a bold deceiver. Well, shearing, namadoo, lamada. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. While I counted out his money, it made a pretty penny. I put it in me pocket and I brought it home to Jenny. She sighed and she swore that she never would deceive me. But the devil take that woman, for she always lied so easy. I'm a shearing, namadoo, lamada. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, I went into the chamber, oh, for to take a slumber. I dreamt of gold and jewels, and for sure it was no wonder. But Jenny took me charges and then filled them up with water, and sent for Captain Parrell to be ready for the slaughter. Well, shearing, namadoo, lamada. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. 'Twas early in the morning, just Before I rose to travel, out came a band of footmen, and likewise Captain Farrell. Well, I first produced a pistol, she'd stolen away me rapier, but I couldn't choose that one, so a prisoner I was taken, almost shearing namadoo lamada. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, they threw me in the jail without judge arriving for robbing Captain Farrell off in the Kerry Mountains, but they didn't take me fist, so I knocked the jailer down and bid a fond farewell to that tight-fisted town. I'm a shearing namadoo lamada. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Now if anyone can aid me, it's me brother in the army, and if I can find his station in Cork or in Killarney, and together we'd go rolling through the mountains of Kilkenny, and I'm sure he'll treat me better than me darling Spud and Jenny. I'm a shearing namadoo lamada. Back for the daddy-o, back for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Now some take delight in the carriages a-rolling, and others take delight in the hurling and the bowling, but I take delight in the juice of the barley and courting pretty women in the morning bright and early. I'm a shearing namadoo lamada. Back for the daddy-o, back for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Oh, I'm a shearing namadoo lamada. Back for the daddy-o, back for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
Oh, huzzah! Here's Matt Young, the pride of Ireland. Oh, I'm amazed at what you can do with your voice. You are brilliant. I mean, and as amazing of a guitar player as you are, or a boron, you are brilliant and amazing. And that being said, friends, that is what we have time for tonight. Matt and I have a sound check in 37 minutes for over on Zoom. So let us finish off with one final toast from Matt Young, the pride of Ireland, as he's going to give us our final toast tonight on tonight's happy hour.
All right. Well, one final toast, friends. One of my favorites. Here's to dear old Erin, the lovely Emerald Isle. Here's to every Colleen and to every Colleen's smile. Here's to Irish laughter and the little people too. Well, here's to dear old Erin, but most important, here's to all of you.
Oh, cheers. Well done. Sláinte. Friends, that is Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour. I'm your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare. My special thanks to musical guest Matt Young, pride of Ireland, join us tonight for the concert. We have the Zenith Players. Watch The Great Gatsby tomorrow night at 7 p.m. You can also watch it here on my two channels, as well as on their Facebook page, facebook.com/Zenith Players. And friends, if you've enjoyed this show half as much as I enjoy making it, I obviously enjoy it twice as much as you do, and that's called maths. And that's whatever you feel the show is worth, a 1, a 5, a 10. For a 50, I will try to sing like Matt Young in your front garden and fail miserably, but you will love it weirdly. Throw it into my hat by buying me a cup of coffee. Go to coffee.com/Shakespeare. That is ko-fi.com/Shakespeare and buy me a cuppa. Also, you can consider becoming a Patreon of the arts by going to patreon.com/Shakespeare and supporting me on a recurring basis. Tiers start at $3, go all the way up to $30. And right now, and for a little bit more of the foreseeable future, all the tiers get the exact same rewards because money is tight for so many, and I want everyone to get the same level of funny and weird. And one of your benefits, dear patrons, is going to tonight's Matt Young concert for free. So do join us. Buy your tickets if you're not a patron, or become a patron of either of us or both of us together at the same time. Go do it. But thank you so very much. Remember, go like and subscribe to the show on YouTube. YouTube.com/Shakespeare approves, because that is going to be the permanent home for this show starting in April. And make sure you go and like me on all the things. Facebook.com/Shakespeare approves. Twitter, Shakes approves. Instagram, Shakespeare approves. TikTok, Shakespeare approves. Shakespeare has a TikTok that he really, really does not cultivate very much at all. But go do the things. Thanks very much for joining. I love you. You love me. There is mutual glorious affection, dear friends. And as we end tonight's show, just remember, be kind to each other. Kindness is what matters. And don't be someone that is looked back on with disdain or earns notoriety. You want to earn some celebrity. And I don't mean being an Instagram person, although if that's your thing, go ahead and do it. Or being Hollywood, or if that's your thing to do it. I mean, you are a celebrated person. You don't want to be notorious for doing something heinous. So go love each other, be one with each other, be beggars to God. I love you. You love me. Mutual glorious affection. We will see you soon. Bye-bye and good night, Seattle.